All right, we headed back into town. Got that second workout coming up in about 15-20 minutes. Got my athletic greens, that's my vitamins. Got them here ready to get after, and then we're gonna get in here. I had to take off a little bit on my upper body. My arms were kind of squealing, shoulders. I think I'm getting old. Might have a little arthritis sitting in. So I'm gonna get in and do the lowers and get a little intense. Try to get it knocked out. Try to breeze through with as little yak as possible, because you got some yackers up in there, just like during the day. During life, you got yackers that want to take your time up, that knock you off your goals, knock you off center. You know, it's nice to visit. I think there's a time and a place for visiting. I think you work hard so you can play hard. And, you know, play hard, I mean, maybe you got to volunteer, you got to give your time. You know, going over to Stewpot, they'd love to see you. You know, if they don't have a place for you in the serving line, you can certainly mingle and sit down and talk to some of the fine folks that are a little hard on their luck, you know. Or, you know, at times I think, you know something, if not through the grace of God, where would I be? And could end up, hey, if you don't think you could end up hard on your luck and needing Stewpot one day, you better be very careful, because we never know. You never know where this crazy thing called life, is that a Prince deal? Let's go crazy. Crazy thing called life. How's that thing start? Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today, and he's a little bitty guy on the motorcycle. How does he get up there and reach those pedals? Is that like a legitimate size motorcycle? Anyway, it always makes me kind of giggle. Hey, I'm going through the drive-thru right now, giving the bank some money, making a little deposit. I've got some tenants. Oh. The tenants were so kind as to pay their rent this month. I hope I'm at the right bank. You know, I've been known just to be on autopilot and drive through somewhere and put it in the wrong bank and then have to call them back and go, you know something? I think I made a deposit in the wrong bank. But anyway, and of course they pull it out for me and have it waiting for me. I tell them I'm just an ashy old man floating through life. I don't really know what I'm doing, so please forgive me. So anyway, you know, we all have the same struggles, and don't beat yourself up because of your struggles. It's a part of life. Just embrace it. It's making you better. Anything that rubs against you, that kind of rubs against the grain, it's making you better. It's like that sandpaper smoothing out the wood. I like the part about the sculptor when he starts sculpting rock. You know, the very beginning, he's knocking off the big chunks, and he keeps knocking off the big chunks until he gets down to that where he starts filing with his, you know, his rough file, and then his medium file, and then he fine tunes it. I think that's what God does to us. Sometimes we have the big chunks that are just very painful and we don't understand it. And, you know, if you don't quit, just keep fighting, I think it gets better for us. And better could be that you've been through it and you can help other people get through it. How about that? Not so much as, I hate the woe is me. I mean, you know, sometimes, and it's so easy to say when things are going good, you know, fight through it. But, you know, we've all had adversity, and look at yourself now. If you're not going through it, you got through it, you survived it, No harm, no foul. You may be scarred from it, but use that to be helpful. We all have this old movie reel we play in our minds, and I absolutely 100% guarantee you that old movie reel is lying to you a lot of times, because we have a tendency through our subconscious to make it worse than it really was. And the reason it seems worse is we tend to not remember the good times in those bad times, because they weren't 100% bad times. It's just our subconscious locks in to the tough part of it, and we forget about the good part of it. There was a lady the other day that had been through a couple of divorces, and the divorces were brutal. But she goes, you know something? 90% of the marriage, maybe more, was fantastic. It just didn't end the way she wanted it to end. So she realized that, although she was where she was, and she didn't like that she had been divorced twice, that she was going to live to help other people enjoy their lives, thus giving her tons of pleasure, because she had felt what they felt. So anyway, I thought that was very cool that, that movie reel can be a crippler, but you got to let go of it. They say the high performers flip that movie reel around, and it empowers them. It goes, okay, I was here, but because of that here, I'm going to be here. I'm going to push to be fantastic, and I'm not going to turn back, and I'm going to rhino through it, and I'm not going to stop until I get to where I'm trying to get. A lot of folks, and I swear, I can't say it happens every day, but it sure happened twice yesterday. A person couldn't do something, and they defaulted to, oh well, that didn't work, and they go to something else. And this is a gift, and I didn't say anything to them, but I just took it and I fixed it. I did some research and I got it fixed, and it's nothing that I've done for myself to make myself special in that field. It was a gift from God. I just kind of enhanced it a little bit, and I believe that's what we're here to do. The gifts are nothing we did. We didn't go buy it. We didn't earn it. They were gifts. They're nothing to be proud of outwardly. You can be grateful that you have them, and be proud inwardly when you can expand on them, but certainly not outwardly proud. I mean, your gifts can be anywhere from good looks to good in math to good in athletics to being fun, being funny